Hey guys, Swamp Cleaner here, back with another video for you. Now I know it's been a little while, but usually this time of year at my work it gets pretty busy, so it's hard to get time to uh, make some videos. Plus, there's a lot of very interesting things happening this month, and I've been paying attention to those things, especially like impeachment. Oh, it's so interesting. It's so interesting that I'm like turning off my TV and not paying attention to it. That's how interesting it is. And also, if you're watching this video tomorrow or in the next few days, the British elections just finished up, and the Conservatives have won resoundingly and have smashed Labour into obscurity for now. The Conservatives have a majority, and they can move ahead hopefully and get Brexit done and finished for the people of the UK, so they can leave the monstrosity that is the European Union, which is just one failing socialist experiment. But today, I'm going to be talking about something that is going to be affecting YouTube creators, independent YouTube creators, in the new year. And because the year is coming to a close, Christmas is coming up soon. I hope everybody does have a Merry Christmas, if I don't talk to you before then. But since YouTube has updated their harassment, cyberbullying policies, their hate speech policy, etc., and how I, as a YouTuber, have noticed just the overall treatment of the community. How I know that that's how I know that YouTube has turned their back on us finally, and they've put the nail in the coffin. So in the new year, they are going to throw us out with the dirty bathwater. This when it comes to their policy, the new terms of service. Whoops. Their harassment and cyberbullying policy has done the recent updates, and as they state here, excuse me, we've recently announced some updates to our harassment policy to better protect creators. The policy below has been updated to reflect these changes. And what I'm going to tell you, I've already read through these, but I'm going to go through them again and I'm going to react. Because a lot of these things, a lot of these policy bullet points are directly related to what happened, and Steven Crowder's talked about it, Tim Pool's talked about it, Styx and a bunch of other people have talked about this directly with the controversy between Steven Crowder and Carlos Maza at Vox, well, formerly of Vox, and how these policies directly reflect Steven Crowder's usage of a certain term, which Carlos Maza has even given to himself from time to time. So I agree with Steven. Why get mad when if you use it, I can use it too. So, but anyway, that's neither here nor there. But these policies are a direct result from that main incident that happened earlier this year, and these policies directly affect the the type of creator that's made YouTube, which pretty much in a lot of parts, in a lot of ways, created the YouTube ethos, like the whole society, the whole atmosphere around what makes YouTube YouTube, or what used to make YouTube YouTube, because now YouTube is going the corporate route, and they are dropping independent creators like Wet Sock, and they want to get in celebrities and that corporate CBS, NBC, three-letter news agency money. So let me go through these here. And then I'll talk about, reflect upon what I've seen from the past few years. Content that threatens individuals is not allowed on YouTube. We also do not allow content that targets individuals with prolonged or malicious insults based on intrinsic attributes, including their protected group status or physical traits. And protected group status, that goes to what would be considered like groups that is like legal hate, like you can't, like anti-Semitism or like hating on veterans because they're protected groups. If you find content that violates this policy, please report it. Instructions are for the community guidelines available here. Now here's the thing. This is something I first noticed. If you found multiple videos, comments, or a user's entire channel that you wish to report, please visit our reporting tool. Now, what do you mean their entire channel? Are you sure? What happens if this person has hundreds of videos? Are you sure the person just assumes that every single video is just hate or harassment? I mean, how can you know that? How can it be that broad? I mean, gives somebody a very um, a low bar to assume or achieve when it comes to reporting things, especially like multiple videos, comments. Why comments? Comments are not under the control of the users of the owner's channel. I mean, does somebody have to curate their comments just to abide by some nebulous standard here? And that attacks an individual creator, because corporate people could, guess what? They could hire somebody to curate the comments and get that done and constantly do it and be paid to do it. I mean, in an individual person like me, I mean, there's no. I'm not going to be sitting around all day, even though there's like 20 people who watch me, and they leave, and some people leave what, one, two comments. Yeah, but what? I'm not going to curate that. I'm not going to do that. I mean, that's 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 annoying. That would get very tedious, especially for somebody who is trying to get followers, gain followers, interact with people. I mean, they use other medias to do that with their fans. They don't want to silence their fans, because then that's the turnoff. I mean, you don't attack your fan base. I mean, and if it's and we're forced to do it, I mean, it's very not doesn't seem like it's not good for the individual content creator. Like larger like couple million subscriber people, yeah, they could probably hire somebody to do that, and they could still get by. But still, that's tedious, and that's an unneeded expense for even for a large creator. That's an unneeded, so it makes it even for large creators difficult. Makes it for small creators impossible. Next, I'm just going to skip here. Specific threats are made against you and you feel unsafe. Report it directly to your local law enforcement agency. Okay, thank you. I already know that. Seems weird that you would tell me that. What this means for you: if you're posting content, don't post content on YouTube that fits any of the descriptions noted below. Naughty, naughty. Content that features prolonged name calling or malicious insults such as racial slurs. Yeah, okay, so right there, that's why iDubbbz got the boot. Based on their intrinsic attributes, these attributes include their protected group status, physical attributes, or their status as a survivor of sexual assault, domestic abuse, child abuse, etc. Well, I was a child abuse victim. In the sense, like physically, like that's a very personal story, but I'm not going to get into that here. But what is this? Does that mean I'm protected? So if anybody says it, like, let me, yeah, you know what? I'm not going to get into it, but let me just explore that. Does that mean that if anybody calls anything bad about me in one video, or actually maybe two videos, because one response video is allowed, but two could be considered harassment because you're bullying me now. Does that mean I'm protected, that nobody can say anything bad about me? Come on, man. Come on, I'm not that thin-skinned. Why you gotta treat everybody like they're a 2-year-old? Everybody's gotta get wrapped in like 10 layers of bubble wrap or something? Jesus. Alright, what else we got here? Content uploaded with an with the intent to shame, deceive, or insult a minor. Okay. A minor is defined as a person under the age of majority. It usually means anyone younger than 18 years old, but the age of minority might vary by country. So you just have to, based off of the lowest common denominator, you just have to assume that somebody in the country that has the lowest age description of what a child is, you have to make sure that your content can only be suitable for that. So that doesn't make any sense. I mean, that doesn't make any sense. Like a minor could see. It doesn't make any sense. It's so nebulous. Exceptions. We may allow content that includes harassment. Primary purpose is educational, documentary, scientific, or artistic. So how can you have scientific harassment? And what, like, harassment, like, what, educational, like, this is what harassment is, children. Huh? See, I don't, see, these are, who wrote these? How old was the person who wrote these? Debates related to high-profile officials or leaders. Okay, so if you're a high-profile government official or CEO of a major multinational corporation, so if you're Donald Trump, you can still say Orange Man bad. I think that's why they put that in. Scripted performance, insults made in the content. Okay, so you can still, can you still do Shakespeare, or is that toxic? See, I forgot, like, I forgot how it goes. Because remember, the left is just a bunch of cookie cutter arguments, and they just replace sexism with patriarchy, and then, like, climate change, and racism, and then guns, and it's just all the same thing. White men, Christianity, Jews, it's all the same. Harassment, education, or awareness content that features actual or simulated harassment. Okay, that's for willing participants. Comments. Yeah. See, like I just said, this is what harassment is, kids. Okay. We take harder line on content that maliciously insults someone based on their particular. Okay, whether regardless of whether or not they're a high-profile person. So if they're Barack Obama, then you're not allowed to criticize them. Gotcha. Okay. And monetization, just repeatedly showing pictures of someone and then ranking them, and then making statements. Repeatedly showing pictures of someone and then making statements like, "Look at this creature's teeth." I know somebody who might run afoul of these come the new year, and he's somebody who's already got his channel kind of on the rocks. He's already got his Patreon deleted and other things. Onision. Oh, yeah, Onision. Okay, well, anyway, besides that, yeah, he's in a lot of hot water, but besides him, holy, okay. Targeted or individual based on their membership, such as saying, "Look at this filthy," okay, I wish they just get hit by a truck. I mean, that's so out of context. Like, why would people just be like, "Oh, I hate that." What? I mean, unless you're almost like psychotic or something, and you're videotaping yourself, why would you be even just saying these things unironically? I mean, there must be. I wouldn't be saying anything unless they follow under like scripted performances or something like that. But scripted. So you can't even just have any jest. You can't just be funny off the fly and make dark humor, because dark humor can be interpreted as like violent threats or harassment, or like, wishing death upon someone. So these are allowed. So these examples are explaining how you don't get dark humor. Okay, so these are written by somebody who is definitely a person on the left, because don't they can't really form a coherent idea, plus they don't understand humor. So was this helpful? I wonder what I should click. Was this helpful? Well, not really. How can we improve? Oh man, how can we improve it? Okay, this is interesting. I didn't know I was going to be doing this. Oh man, I don't know what to say, because I don't want to get on somebody. I don't want to. Hey, you know what? YouTube is coming off the rims anyway. The wheels are falling off. I said I was gonna ride this thing until the wheels fall off, so I might as well help it out. Hmm. Man, I don't want to. You know what? I'm gonna type that later because I don't want to get caught up just typing this out and leaving you guys hanging. But you know what? Back now, I'm done with this shambles of a policy here. As a YouTube creator, I want to explain how, in my opinion, that it's also I can tell that their heart just isn't in it. They just want that corporate money. They just want to become TV online and throw us aside and be done with it. And that's why Styx is right. We need to get off of these. Well, not get off these, ride them until they die, but get on these other platforms. Minds, get on Gab, BitChute. He said Library is a new one. I'm gonna have to check that out. Um, and yeah, get ourselves some life rafts set up because this ship is sinking. And yeah, but what I've noticed is this: I can tell right off the bat how the YouTube uh, engineered side, the guys who run YouTube, have forgotten about us and don't care about us, actively want to get rid of us. Because first, blatantly with these policies, and secondly, how you can tell with their YouTube Rewind, for example. It's a very good prime example. In the early, like, 2010, 2011, 2012 to 2015, that was like the 5 years there. That was the gold, pretty much the golden era, the sweet spot of YouTube, because the the rewinds actually captured what the pivotal moments of the year were when it comes to themes of social media and virality. I guess, is that even a word? I don't know. Like, memes, explosions, all that good stuff. Like the cultural, the zeitgeist of the entire year. They caught it. And they'd have people like Smosh or like all these other famous people on there. And I remember watching those and getting ready for those. And they were fun. And then they started getting the same people who were just getting endorsements all the time. And then those same people were leaving, and then they were just getting more like corporate commercially. And then 2018 was the final signal, because like PewDiePie wasn't on there for a few years because of those few scandals he had, and they completely, you could tell that YouTube's handling of all that and their treatment of Felix was just abysmal, and that's one thing that I haven't forgiven YouTube for, how they treated Felix for all that. But then in 2018, when they just went complete, like, oh, here's K-pop and celebrities and yay, and no, we don't care. We don't want to watch MTV. We don't want to watch a movie. We want to see YouTube creators and all the cool things that happened during the year. No, screw you. We're gonna get all corporate. And then we told them what we thought, and they this year they just said, all right, well, you guys didn't like what we did last year, so this is what you guys liked, and here's a top 10 list. Oh yeah, we edited this together in about 10 minutes with one guy, and hope you like it. We spent $5 on it, not like the past years when we dropped millions of dollars into the editing and flying people to the studios and filming it all and getting these celebrities in here and doing all that and creating the CGI. No, we did all those things, but now screw you. Here's a $5 10-minute edit, and go have fun, go fuck yourself. That's how I that's if they want to tell me how ask me to tell them how I feel, I don't feel unsafe. I feel stabbed in the back. I feel left in the cold. You guys are just dropping us like we don't matter. We helped create YouTube what it is, what made it viable, and it's not our fault that you were propped up by Google. It's not our fault, but people have made a living on this platform. People have made like their lives centered around it, and you're going to completely adversely. And yes, this me is talking directly to YouTube now. YouTube creators, not YouTube creators, the YouTube runners. You're going to directly affect people's lives now, and you don't care. It's all because of nebulous nonsense, and you can't even create a cohesive argument for what harassment is. Anybody can do any of these things in 1 to/2 videos. So, like people have said, response videos are dead. Hashtag YouTube is over party. I mean, what else can we do here? So, this video is coming near the end of the year because these changes are finalized in the new year, especially with COPPA. COPPA is the final nail in the coffin that comes to the community guidelines safeties when it comes to little children. And pretty much if you make any content that is suitable for kids, you're going to get pretty much 90% of your ad revenue taken away, and no comments, no interaction with any of the user base or the subscribers, and nobody can see the or so, like they can see the videos, but they can't get to your channel or something like some crazy way that they can't actually subscribe to you if they aren't or already subscribed. It's quite sad. So YouTube is sinking. It's sinking fast. So as stated before, get on BitChute, get on Minds, get on Gab, all these alternatives. Library is a new one. There's Daily Motion that Styx is mentioned. There's other platforms, I'm sure. Just get out there, figure it out, find something, and keep creating content, everybody. YouTube people who run it, Wojcicki, I don't know what to say, but it's pretty pathetic, and it's I don't know what you're thinking. You're really not helping us out. And I love it how it's supposed to better protect creators. How is any of this shit supposed to help us? I mean, the essence of the response video is the response video. I'm sorry, the essence of the response video. The not the blood sports, but the whole being able to use freedom of speech so liberally is the essence of YouTube and where it all came from, how it started. And that is just being crushed under these rules. So that's all I'm going to have to say. I know I've been talking for a long time, but it's been a while since I've been talking to you guys, so I wanted to give you guys a good run through. So there we are. That's my 2 cents. These are the rules. You guys can check it out yourself. You guys have a good night, and I'll catch you guys in the next one, maybe before the new year starts. All right, this is Swamp Cleaner. I'll see you later.